Personally, I like the idea that our children are learning about their faith every day at school. They get to attend Mass weekly, if not more than once a week. Even my first grader surprises me with things he's learned about the Bible or stories about Jesus. And, that's an important part of our family life. And so the fact that they can go learn about it away from us is nice too.
I believe it's important to support Catholic education because I really think that Catholic schools depend on generosity and involvement from friends of the school and supporters of the school. I also just think Catholic schools are amazing, specifically because they take to heart a lot of values. And they take on the challenge of forming the students as a whole person, body, mind, and soul.
I think that our biggest reason for choosing Sacred Heart and Catholic education in general is the peace of mind. There's so many things in our world right now, and when we are at Sacred Heart, we are a part of a family where it's not just us and our kids, but our kids' friends, parents, and you feel like everybody's looking out for each other.
I feel like they set a high standard for not only just the academic, it's that whole mind, body, and spirit concept of you have to create a whole person.
I sincerely believe that we have an obligation to our young people to provide them a well-rounded education and give them connection to our church life and our beliefs. And if we can do that and have them grow up to be respectable citizens and help continue in that mission, we've accomplished something.
They address the needs of a child, the whole child, and their sole focus is spirit, mind, and body. So we always put our spiritual faith at the forefront, and that's important to me.
Provides a solid academic foundation based in the faith, a stable and safe school environment.
I really think that my time at Tulane and after graduating high school, that having my Catholic support in that faith has been really helpful. I've noticed that a lot of the people in college or elsewhere, they don't have something to fall back on. And I really think that without the Catholic faith that I gained in high school, that I wouldn't be as successful and I wouldn't have as much support as I do now.
The school helps parents to understand the challenges of raising children in a modern society and provide resources to support them in their faith journey.
I feel like we, as a family, have made some really good connections with other people. If you have kids here, then they have kids or grandkids, they tend to end up going here. And so you just get to know the family long term. And then you have these great relationships outside of school. A great benefit of sending your kids here because you continue to see those same families over and over, and it's like having this extended family.
First husband came ill. They were still young, one in third grade and a freshman and sophomore. And the community of teachers at Sacred Heart, they took a personal ownership to help me raise these children into respectable adults. So it's a heartfelt thing for me because I knew they'd keep an eye on some aspect. What can we do to help you? I said, keep an eye on my children, 2 teenagers and a little girl. And so they did that, and in a very kind, respectful way, and I'm proud to say it worked.
From an alumni perspective, when I think back to my experience, I can't even think of anything negative. Playing sports, clubs, involved in the theater program, music, like you can do everything and be supported in that close-knit community. As a parent, I just know that it's only getting better and we're improving so many things and there's a lot of excitement about the future. And so I'm excited for my kids to have the same or a better experience.
And as a parent, it seems like it's an ever-changing campus. We're doing all these renovations, and it's awesome to see for my kids. But like as a teacher here, it's just a positive environment. You come to work with a smile on your face. Everybody greets you. The students are happy. There's a buzz in the air.
It's been a huge part of my life from the time I was born. My mom's been a teacher at St. Mary's for as long as I can remember, and now my sister's a teacher there as well. Just being able to go through all the programs here at our Salina Catholic schools It's shaped me as a whole person, and I can't really imagine growing up anywhere else.
Well, I know for us being alumni, that's where we met. We started dating in high school, and just from there just stayed together, and it's allowed our family and our relationship to be that much better.
Our families, they know what's going on at St. Mary's and they know what's going on at Sacred Heart. We also have Love and Learn now that's really bigger, so we know a little bit more about it. And I feel like, our families help support Love and Learn also. See these elementary kids that are over at the high school and they look forward to being there someday, and so that's really nice.
The auction is because it's my passion. And I would like to tell you why it's so my passion is that I was on the school council at Sacred Heart, had a meeting of the council, and it's the new bishop at that time was at our meeting. That was a little unusual. The bishop comes in and everybody's just there for a regular meeting, and so he stands up and he says, well, I've decided we're going to have to close Sacred Heart High School. We don't have the funds. We all just kind of sat there dumbfounded. He said, but I'm going to let you people vote on it. When the votes got counted, he said it was unanimous. Everyone wanted to keep it over. So he said, well, what I'm going to say to you is you figure it out. And he walked out. Like, what are we going to do? And soon there was a special meeting, and it was over at the high school. Sitting there after, like, how can we keep this school? I said we could have a charity auction. And they're like, what's a charity auction? I said, I'm not real sure, but to go to St. John's Military School. And it was really interesting. So I said, my brother-in-law does auction, and he had Farmland Auction Realty, and then they also did them for Fort Hays. So that's how the first one got started. In the second year, Pat Rickey and Mel Burkamp took over. They did the third year. And then on the fourth year, took over, and Marge helped with finances. It just blossomed. Raised about 30 to 32,000 that year. So some wonderful things have happened through the auction. I believe I've attended every one of them. I do believe it's a chance for us to give the community who's not involved in our school an opportunity to see our faith working in action, our people working.
By supporting the Salina Catholic Schools, you're making a direct investment into the success and the inspiration of all the students that are attending. Although I can't attend the auction and help auctioneer like last year because I'm attending Tulane in New Orleans, I hope that you continue to support the Salina Catholic Schools and help students find their ambitions and passions.